Hi there, welcome back on Life's Reflections. I recently had an interesting chat with a colleague called Daniel. He was a couple of classes ahead of me in law school, but we are profoundly growing to be very close colleagues. He asked me, we were chatting about anything and everything. So he asks me, are you still going to that church in Mukono? I said, yes, I still drive. We drive with my wife from Kampala and go attend a church in Mukono because while I was, of course, as at university, at law school, when I started gathering and fellowshipping at the church, I'm not going to be jumping to another church every time I change a location. So I tell him that, well, because I believe, and my wife and I believe that when we are part of a community, we ought to see ourselves contributing value to that community. So right there, we went into the ethical issues of practicing as a lawyer, with the ethical challenges that come with the legal practice, and issues of faith. And he asks me, so how do you're a lawyer, and then you confess or you profess that you are a Christian, how do you balance that? And we were talking about the practicality of the identity of who you are. Well, I don't know, probably it was a coincidence, it's Daniel, and this scripture comes to mind that they that know their God, the people who know their God, shall prove themselves to be strong, and they shall do mighty exploits. It's a scripture that back at church, one of the ministries there, the Men of Vision, are having for this year. And I shared with him how I really do not struggle between what I believe and how what I believe informs my values, my value systems. And when the challenges come, I shared with Daniel that the test is not when there is nothing to challenge who you are or what you stand for. The actual test and the establishment of a person, of me, is always tested when my values are put to test, when what I believe in is put to test, when what I stand for is put to test. And I want to confess to you, I want to really be honest and candid with you. There are all those moments of weaknesses. There are all those moments of should I really stand with this? And every time I have interactions with friends like Daniel, where you just talk about who you are, talk about what you believe in, talk about what your values are, there is a way it keeps encouraging and building you to become strong, like the scripture says, the people who know their God shall prove themselves strong. This is what I'm saying, that if you want to profoundly grow in the things that you believe in, you want to talk about them. You want to talk about them boldly. You want to talk about the vision you're pursuing or that you want to pursue boldly. You want to talk about your life goals boldly. Share them with some people. So you speak it out there, not locking yourself in the room and saying, I want to be rich, I want to be successful, I want to be this. Share them with people boldly. And when you do so, I have personally found that there is a way it keeps my mind awake to, this is the reality I want to keep manifesting. This is the reality I want to see. Some of the things that you speak of may not be readily present, but the more you cautiously and carry the awareness of what you want to see, it's just a matter of time. You become those things. What you confess is what you are, or is what you become. Hope to see you next time on Life's Reflections.